It's noontime, and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. The team is ready to serve you a huge portion of fun for lunch. So let's break open the lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought. Take a seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy the humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of feel-good and happy soup to help your day go by easier and enjoy your break with others around you. Your hosts, Don and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or dream making. It's the feel-good food you need to help that bagel go down nice and smoothly. If you have a story to share, anything that happened at work or play, a movie review, a restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll-free 1-800-889-0267 right now. So sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe and let Dawn and Freddie S. get your happy juices flowing.
Só danço samba, vai.
We're gonna go on the air.
We are on the air.
And we are on the air. I didn't hear happy birthday. Today's your birthday.
You have to mention it first, and then it will be played.
Good afternoon, South Florida, New York, Boston, Chicago, Atlanta, San Francisco, LA, and soon, hopefully, someday, Houston.
Washington, D.C.
You know, we got in touch with Washington, D.C.
Yes.
There's a whole lot of stuff, whole lot of love, and I got to send them, like a couple of clips and stuff like that.
Easy.
They want to know about the Women Expo and all that, so I got to go into the archives and get
the archives from the other Women's Expo.
That's right, which was a tremendous success. We wish Alexa the best on that.
And then we have her coming in October back here in Fort Lauderdale, the Fort Lauderdale Convention Center.
Is she going to let us do that one?
Of course.
Are we in?
We are so in. We are so in. We're doing another event with her next month. The events just keep growing and growing. We are live streaming on Facebook.
Yes, we are.
I'm waiting for confirmation. Yes, we
Yes,
are. We are live streaming on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe. We're also live streaming on Facebook at AMP2 TV Productions. We are on Periscope at AMP2 TV. We've also been pushed out on LinkedIn at AMP2 TV. You can find us on Twitter and Instagram, hashtag the Brooklyn Cafe. How's that?
Tumblr, Google+. You can find us everywhere. I gotta
And
tell
our
you something.
viewer and listenership impressions, you tell me, are now over 210,000.
Over. We
That's
started the
amazing.
flyer. I mean, we are shocked. But it is not only us. All of a sudden, the stuff at WNN is exploding.
Isn't that amazing?
Amazing.
The platform works.
It works.
It works, which is a beautiful thing.
And we're building all this up because in the house,
We got breaking news. You know why?
We have breaking news.
Do you know what the difference is, though, Carol?
What is it?
Let me just tell you. The breaking news is
Tell me.
because we now have Fluffy on the set.
Fluffy on the set.
And between Fluffy and Tink and ADL banners on its way,
Whoa.
we truly only spread hope and love. Courtney says, we'll introduce Courtney, and she goes, so what's your vision of the show? I said, to spread hope and love every day of the year. She goes, no, really?
She's like, no, seriously.
I said, no, really? And Freddie goes, no, she's serious. This is what she does. I
This is
do
what she
everything
does.
else.
This is what she does. But Courtney's in the room, and we have the birthday girl.
Jenny Azulai, happy birthday.
Thank
Jenny
you.
who?
Azulai.
Jenny who? Azulai. That is amazing. Amazing. And we're going to get to Courtney and Jenny in a second, but did you know?
You hear the birthday song?
You hear it?
Let me
Yes.
see.
We got to groove out to the birthday song.
Wow.
Got to raise the roof. Birthday
dear
shots.
Dear one.
Birthday shots.
Do you know that?
You know, we're always game. He did have a bottle of something for you, and he forgot it at
I
home.
left it at the counter.
Left it on the counter. I'm still waiting to try that amp wine. By
Yes,
the way,
I know. Today was going to be the inaugural.
that was going to be it.
Yeah, that's
So,
right. We have
what's
to have
tomorrow?
Jenny come back. We have to redo your birthday again. Do you
Okay,
mind?
we'll do a
Tomorrow's a
birthday
new day.
do-over.
Tomorrow's a new day.
Can we do a
That's it.
duo? We're Courtney back and do a duo?
I guess.
Definitely.
You got it.
You know, it's really interesting. Courtney asked, what vision do we have?
Yes, and you
Or
said
what
you would
is
tell
it?
her on the air.
That's right. And what is it that we do? So I'm going to tell her on the air.
Okay.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to place a challenge to you, Courtney, because you
All right.
are a world-renowned photographer. I've seen your work. It's marvelous.
Thank you.
And you also did Dawn's sister's
I
wedding.
met Courtney when she did my sister's wedding last year
I did.
at the Riverside Hotel.
That's right. So we're here to share the love and talk about what you do and how you do it and how good you're doing it. So when we go on remotes, I want you to come and join us, and we will introduce you on the set and pass out your cards. You can take pictures of people and tell them how photography makes a difference in your life, whether it's business, personal, weddings, whatever.
Great.
You know what we do? As soon as you turn on the cameras, people come running. Imagine adding another camera. A still. We turn on the video cameras and the lights, and everyone says, wow, what are you doing? And then you have a still photographer there as well, and you're roaming with the camera, because everyone wants that camera as well, because they want the pictures.
Right.
And will you send it? Will you send it? Will you send it? So
You ever been on a cruise ship or some place
another
and
idea.
everybody, and everybody takes your picture and,
Yes.
and you're like, oh, thank you. Is this okay? You can find your picture in the lobby.
and
you have to pay-
$5,000.
pay-
Yes.
You have to pay like $30-$40, whatever it is. But you buy it.
Of course you do.
Oh,
Why
we did. We cruised this summer for the first time with the kids, and we bought all the awful pictures.
And
then
you
my
buy
kids,
them, right?
Yeah, of course. My kids would try and take pictures of the pictures. That was before cell phones were even better. They take their cell phones and take pictures of the pictures. They go, we're not buying them.
But let me ask you a question. So we're doing a remote. Let's say we're doing...
Marciano's?
No, let's say we're doing down south in Miami.
Okay.
Maybe-
Your place, your Columbia restaurant.
Yes, Pueblito
Okay.
Viejo.
Who?
That one.
The one I can't speak Spanish so well, but
What'd
I'll
you
try
say?
it again.
You try it.
Pueblito Viejo.
Papito Viejo. Papito Viejo.
No, not Papito.
Pueblito.
Oh, Pueblito Viejo.
Yes, thank you.
El
Pueblo
pueblo.
Viejo.
You notice I'm
Pueblito.
not even trying.
El pueblo.
Jeffrey, if you're listening, we need your help. Pueblito Viejo.
Pueblito Viejo. So we go down to Pueblito Viejo, right? And we have to set up a wall where you're taking pictures.
Like a step and repeat.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
There you go. And what we do, the only thing is, how do we print them out? I know you have a digital camera. We got to put a printer together and boom, boom, boom.
That's
Jenny?
where I was
That's
going to
where
say,
she
I
would
think I
come
have the
in.
answer to
Photo
that.
booth.
That's
Remember
where,
that photo booth we talked
yeah,
about?
but how
Moxie
you
has a
gonna carry
photo
it?
kiosk solution. It's portable. That's the whole point, is that it
But
can be
is
brought
it-
to venues.
Can you carry it like a suitcase?
No.
I can't carry it like a suitcase, but it is, it's modular.
Yeah, but does it print the photos?
Yes, on
So
the
if
spot.
I take her digital, I put it in there and it prints. It's got to be
Yes.
an easier way than that.
What do you mean an easier way than that?
Well, what I'm thinking is the same concept on the cruise ships where
You're thinking
people-
like a Polaroid camera.
It is, but it is. It prints out. It's
That's what I was thinking.
the print comes out within like 30 seconds, and then as
But
well,
it's not Courtney's
digital.
picture. It's the picture from the
No, it can be
kiosk.
Courtney's picture. We have to hook that up.
Ah,
We
We
can
have
put
to,
the digital
we have
in
to
there?
make a relationship between our system
and she
and
sends the
Courtney's
image
camera.
to the printer to the kiosk, and then it prints it out.
And it prints it out, and it's it'll be branded with Pueblito Viejo and AMP2 TV and the Brooklyn Cafe and any
And
other
all those good
sponsors.
things.
It'd be just like Disney.
And then it also will get blasted
telling
out on
you.
social media. So people can share to their platform.
Oh,
They can
that's
share to
interesting.
Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook right on the spot.
Freddie, we had one at our iHeart Christmas party,
Yes, you did.
and the guy, not the one here, the one in Treasure Coast, and the
Oh,
guy
the
was
one here didn't. I saw it at Freddie's wedding had it.
We're like a moving amusement park. I'm telling you, I do overwhelm myself sometimes.
and the guy just packed up his stuff. He folded
Fold
stuff
it
up,
and goes.
and then
Yeah.
he just left.
There you
Right,
go.
and then
Yeah,
he
but
would,
he had a suitcase version. That's what I'm saying.
and then he would ask you your email address, and he would email it to you. So
Yeah. Well, it's a technology. I'm sure when Joe comes in town, we'll put this together. But I was thinking that I want to expand our horizons. I want to make it so that we're digital and we're computer based and we're pictures and we're film and everything else.
Well, you spoke with Bobby
Yes.
about creating a green room and a venue set for pre-production.
And then- yes.
I'm going to speak with a makeup artist, hairstylist who does a lot of runway work. So if we combine your green room with the makeup artist, and then people need their headshots before they go on air, and then we've got Courtney coming on.
Well, the funny thing is that we're going to have a cam in there, so
There you
that
go.
we're going to put it on Facebook. So when the green room effect begins, people are talking about you're up next. So let's say, Jenny, you were going to be on the set,
Right?
and you're sitting in this chair, and they're putting. It's not going to be a lot of makeup. It'll be something to get the shine off or whatever the hell it is you guys do. And on there,
We're
you
going to
have.
rub it on your head.
Got to get the shine off.
I don't care
We're
about
going to
that.
get Freddie on air.
I'm
We're
never
just
on.
going to rub the top of your head.
I'm never on the air. You just worry
Well,
about you.
So
You
he's
were
not on air at
a couple
all right
weeks
now.
ago.
No, he's
Never.
not online.
I
No,
never.
you
I
only
never.
hear him.
All right.
You only hear me because everybody says, "Why aren't you?" I says, "Did you watch?" Yes. Okay, that's why.
I used to watch just to see if you would be on air.
You see?
Before I was on, I kept saying, where is he? Why is he not on air?
That actually could be a good contest.
It
To
is.
have like where Freddie, because Freddie
called
has been on air recently,
Find
right?
Yes.
Freddie. Instead of where's Waldo, it's Find,
Find
Freddie.
Freddie, and we could be like hashtag Find Freddie, right? They win a prize.
That's right. If they can figure out the day that I'm on the air, I was on the air that day with Muscles.
And then you photobombed that one shot we did
Yeah, what the hell? What's wrong
with
with
American
me?
Heritage.
What's wrong with
It
me?
was Find Freddie. Where's Waldo?
That was such a
We
stupid
can do a
picture.
book. We can do an AMP interactive book. Find Freddie in the book. We have all our hosts and all our shows, and they have to flip through it and see if they can find you anywhere.
Well, color me crazy, but I have another idea for
Of
that.
course you do. Courtney, this is what we do.
Courtney, this you asked. Here it is. Now, this is your first experience because you asked for headphones,
Right.
right? She didn't want the
I wanted
plugs.
to be like totally legit.
She
like
wanted
I'm
the
on
full
like,
effect.
like
She
I'm
wants
on
to.
a
She
radio
wants to
show.
be like the female Howard
It's
Stern
always
without
easier
the-
to show people what we do than tell them.
Right, but let's say that Courtney, now you've been on the show, you're going to go through this experience, and wouldn't it be nice to have maybe a 5 or 6 page booklet that explains how you felt and your experience with pictures and the whole nine?
You know when you're in kindergarten, you get that book, and there's like a circle, and your kids have to draw the hair. I feel this when
Right.
I feel this emotion when I am at the Brooklyn Cafe.
Well,
Fill in the blank, Carol.
Wait, is it going to be multiple choice?
Or fill in the blank.
Fill in the blank? Okay.
no, you're going to get a crayon and a piece of paper.
Exactly. There goes our Kids Network, and back to Sparkle.
Pick
And
your
we're back to
emoji.
that.
And we're back to that.
So that's what we do.
This is what we do.
We create things that you come in here, you gave us something to feed off of, and photography is huge.
Yeah.
Huge. You know, we use also photography for our openings, our closings, when we do movement, on commercials, all that stuff. That's why Gio thought that I did OPCDEFG. Yeah, your husband.
OCPBC?
That one. He kept saying, "You did that?" I says, "Yeah." He says, "Man, that's really
It
good."
was really good.
Nubby.
Oh my gosh. When I met Courtney, she did my sister's wedding. You know what it's like to do a wedding with 2 women?
No, I know
And
what it's like to
shoes?
do a wedding with 200 women.
So you know when you take pictures, they had pictures just of their shoes.
Of their
Because my
shoes.
sister had, I don't know, they were like diamond encrusted
I wish I remember
shoes. And then
what
there was
they
like,
were.
it was find the blue crystal in the shoe. I forget the designer, it's not my thing. But the shoes had their own picture shot. The shoes had their own venue.
Okay.
The rings had their own venue.
But did
Which
you
is
see?
normally like the case when you traditionally shoot a wedding. You do this, you do all the details. But now you had like instead of one beautiful pair of shoes,
We
you had
had
like
shoes.
2 beautiful pairs of shoes.
But
And
do
which
you-
one was
and
like
two-
the most
right.
beautiful? 2 beautiful dresses.
And
like,
2 makeup shots. It was just 2 of everything.
But you do a lot of weddings, right?
I do. The focus of really what I do is I do portrait work. So I own a studio and a portrait studio in downtown Hollywood. So the majority of what I do is fine art portraits, full service, like from the initial consultation to actually installing the art in the home. It's a real collaboration between
Oh, wow.
myself and the client. And then what I was talking to Jenny about is one of the things I also do is I love to work with small businesses or solopreneurs and collaborate with them and create almost like their own, not almost, but create for them their own stock photography library of their own imagery of themselves in different situations that's going to fit their brand, attract their ideal client, even like collaborating with their graphic designer to make sure that the images fit the spaces that they need on their website or any kind of marketing material, because there's, as you talk about the importance of photography,
Absolutely.
having like your own strong custom imagery. I mean, anybody.
You did that with Michelle Dempsey, right?
Yes.
You did all of her
yes,
photoshots,
I
her
did.
headshots.
Yeah.
We should go down and do that.
We should.
But
I-
yeah, it's
When
so
even we-
important.
Or, you know, for something like on this kind of scale, it's not so much that you would want to come to me in my studio, but like I would need to come here or do you in action. Not do you in action, but photograph you
Photograph us in action.
This chick is pretty cool. She's doing me in action.
But
That was our show 9 months ago.
that's an extra fee. That's a whole other conversation.
But let me ask you. Now that I know the work you do. No, let me ask you. Have you seen how iHeart has put up the photography imagery in this place? There are pictures
yeah.
everywhere.
Yes.
Pictures of the concerts and everything else that they do.
I actually know the artist that does those cool pop art pieces in
Really?
the lobby. Yeah, so I saw those. I'm like, oh, wow, that's cool.
I heard has done a beautiful job at redecorating this place. Carol, every time, I mean, the guitars and the pop-out art. Did you have anything to do with that?
Good Lord, no. I wish.
Beautiful.
Now you know the artist that does the pop art, right?
Right.
So I've been told by another station, which I can't say on the air, but another station, I want to duplicate some of the stuff that's going on in here. So I have my own concepts. But if you know somebody in the pop art, adds a different look into the studios. See, because we're talking about turning this into a television studio. Would be
Let's
the only
do
one that iHeart earns. I mean, television, studio, pop art, the whole nine. But we have to sort of balance it out so we don't intimidate the other hosts.
No,
Well,
yeah.
as you know, we're full of surprises, or I'm full of surprises. We actually also do art. We produce our own original
Pop art?
Yes.
You do your pop art.
Yes.
You do that.
Yes.
Man, every day I find out something new.
Something new.
Holy smoke.
As you would say, true story.
Because your husband's a graphic artist, correct? Or a graphic
Well,
designer?
he is, but both of us are also artists. Both of
You're
us
an
are fine
artist, too?
Yes.
Really?
Did you know
Yes.
that?
I did not know.
I saved it for my birthday to make the big reveal.
Big reveal.
Why is it that we met her, 20 times, and today we find out she's an artist?
What's your medium?
Well, I do all sorts of medium, mixed
Okay.
medium. I mean, but I started, you were saying when you were little, I literally started private art lessons at 6 years old. And I was in art enrichment from its foundation in Mahwah, New Jersey from when I was about 10 and started calligraphy when I was 10.
Calligraphy.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
So what type of artwork do you do?
I do abstract. I do multimedia. I haven't done portraits in a while, but there is a self-portrait hanging in my mom's house. And even when my son was a toddler, he's like, "That's mommy." So, and it's something I've been getting back to. It's on my list. I have a lot of projects in the works, just like your vision with the show, things that I've been collecting. In fact, I am collecting postmark stamps from around the world. So if anyone wants to help with that, they can visit my website, Moxie, M-O-X-I-E, B2B.com. Send me an email, and I can tell you where to send it, because that's a project I've had in the works for a number of years, and hopefully by 2018. You okay over there, Freddie? Something I said.
I used to collect stamps.
Do you know the last time that happened, I was actually on air and he let the camera just keep running? Just like yesterday.
That's true. I'm sorry about
Yeah, I know that too.
that. I apologize.
So in your self-portrait,
Yes.
I remember doing an activity when my daughter was young, and we all had to do a self-portrait. It was a women empowerment type of what's your best feature. Okay. What's your best feature?
Oh, my best feature? I would say my eyes.
Courtney?
I was actually thinking more of like being motivated or driven,
Oh, an inner feature.
like not a physical
Nice.
feature.
Carol?
My fingers.
Freddie? Even
What?
though it's not women empowerment, we'll ask you anyway.
What?
What's
What?
your best feature?
My personality.
There you go. So when we did this
What about you?
activity,
What about
Oh,
you, Missy
yeah.
most everyone did their
Time out.
eyes. And when I did the activity, I think I did the same. I said the same thing. It was my eyes. So in your self-portrait, you probably have your eyes stand out. So when you take your photographs, do you hone in on a feature, or you just pull out their inner personality? What do you look for?
Well, when it comes to like when I'm doing a portrait of a young child, I really love getting really great eye contact. So I feel like whether they're smiling or not, but getting that really great eye contact, just kind of like they can see right into your soul. So that's really always a main goal of mine, really great eye contact with kids, but also just even getting real true emotion, interaction between siblings and family members. So at that point, maybe you're not getting the great eye contact because they're interacting with each other, but really being able to capture a moment that will make you laugh out loud when you see it 10 years from now. So.
And it's funny because you do, even though weddings aren't your focus, you do, participate in wedding shots. One of the things that we loved about our wedding is we had both formal portraits and candid shots.
Correct.
And so what you're talking about, yeah, it's like when you capture that moment, there's no other way to describe it. And you've captured a moment in time that won't, ever happen again.
How
right?
long have you been married?
It'll be 16 years in June.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank
and you
you.
remember that. I'm thinking
Yes.
maybe you got married like yesterday.
Oh,
No, I know you didn't. I'm just saying. But you remember that, so it really
Sure.
made a lasting impression.
Sure. Oh, and actually the photographers, there's a story behind that too, because when I left law to pursue acting in New York City, and I pretty much did every job you can imagine to pay for the acting. And one of them was photography assistant, but this was pre-digital.
Okay.
So I had to become an expert at changing rolls of film and knowing what medium format is and guarding all the stuff and wearing one of those funky vests. And our photographer, Bob Krasner, he's someone I'm in touch with to this day, and in fact is the one that did my headshot 3 years ago that I was mentioning when I was in New York. So we're
Right.
actually still in touch, and still, photography is such an important medium. And as you were saying, and we'll definitely talk offline, because we often have this conversation with our clients that they don't understand, you can't just pull a picture. You need to have a picture that depicts your brand, that fits the specs of the website, like you said. I mean, there's so many different aspects, and it's also your image. Like I said, I
your
cringe.
brand.
I can't
Yeah.
believe I see shower selfies and car selfies on LinkedIn. It's like, so people need you. People need a professional
You need me.
headshot.
Right. Stop
You need
the presses.
Courtney. You are
need me
needed.
right
Ortiz.
now.
You are needed.
Yes.
Give us a call, 800-889-0267. You can talk with Jenny. You can talk with Courtney. You can talk with Mr. Personality over here that might actually participate in the
I am
conversation.
participating. I'm looking at where everything's going.
Where is everything going?
Everywhere.
Moving on up.
Absolutely.
Oh,
We are
love that
all
song.
over.
We
I'm
talked
looking
about
to
that
see-
last time. Wait, remember when I first met you and you told me you were from the Bronx?
I don't even know who you are. When I first met you.
Do you know we only met you like 3 weeks ago, by the way?
I know, but I'm saying, do you remember what the song I told you about when we first met?
Are
When
you
you told me you're from the
serious?
Bronx?
No.
Up-
Jenny from the Bronx?
Uptown, baby.
Oh, no,
Uptown, baby.
You got that?
Let me tell you, this one is a actress.
Well, we know she is.
Actress to the
She's
max.
trained.
She is.
But I think people go on social media and they put the pictures that they can find. It's very hard. I never had pictures of myself until I started doing this.
I don't even like taking pictures.
Well, there you go.
I do them because you force me. You go, take a picture.
It's about growing our brand. And we
Growing
have
the
to always brand together, we were told.
Yes.
So, no more pictures without each other.
I know. No more pictures. No more.
Well, but the thing is, that's also where counsel comes in. I mean, part of what we do is we advise clients every step of the way, and it could be even as basic as, hey, let's visit your photography and your image out there, but it could also be like launching your logo and launching your brand, but it is all part of the image. And granted, not everybody does have access or can afford a professional photographer. However, there are still some things you can do, certain guidelines you can follow, even if you're just using your cell phone.
Well, let's talk about that, Courtney. You have different size packages to meet different budgets.
Correct.
So people could say, you know what, I need a business shot. Can I get 1 or 2 shots?
Correct.
Or you can do a whole portfolio.
Exactly. So if you just need an updated image for LinkedIn or Facebook or Match.com, you can come. That's when I would say
Very
just
important.
come to the studio. I always say bring a couple outfits changes because people just don't know, and I always like to be able to help steer them in the right direction. And they come and they spend about an hour, and it's very, very casual. And from there, they get their edited high-resolution images with unlimited usage rights to be used for marketing and advertising.
And it's such a great opportunity because we always say, next time I'll take a picture, and next time, and next thing you know, it's 25 years later, and you say, if only I had.
I need to lose 10 pounds, or I need to do this. And, as a small business, you've just invested all of this money into a beautiful custom website, all this other material, but yet when you are a solopreneur or you are your brand, I don't want to have my picture taken. I don't like it. It's not an option anymore.
I heard you say, Dawn, yesterday to someone that you can't wait until the next incarnation of
You
whatever
can't get
you're...
ready to get ready. You have to
put
it.
yourself out there, and I'm a big believer in that. At the same time, you have to plan, and like you said, you could always say this is in development, it's in the works, it's in the pipeline, but whatever you have to leverage what you have, and there is a way to do it, and that's the whole thing, is you have to look at things in a way that's going to maximize your opportunity.
Because in 10 years, we all could lose 10 pounds, right? And in 10 years, you're going to look back and go,
Well,
oh
not
my
Dawn.
God,
Dawn
look
can
how
gain 10
young
pounds.
I was and how thin I was. You're never going to be as young as you are right now.
Well,
so
I'm going to give you a better one. This studio, everybody uses this studio, okay? And there are never any pictures. And I said to myself one day, pictures.
How'd that
Pictures.
conversation go, by the way?
I'm going to tell you, I punched
Was that a
myself in the
really
head.
good conversation?
But I said to myself, you should have pictures because I see what they do. And pictures are motivating. I grew up crossing that bridge every day, forever, in Brooklyn. And that's what we're all about.
And when we hang the banner that
Yeah.
nobody sees, everyone goes, wow. It
That's
fills
right.
the wall.
Well, wait, but also, how do you feel when you find old family pictures, right? To me, I always feel it's such an amazing way to connect with ancestors that you haven't even met, but there's something emotional about it, right?
Absolutely.
And we've lost touch with that importance of that tangible,
Yes, we have.
item.
Because it sits in the cloud.
Or it
sits on your
sits on
computer.
your phone, it sits on the cloud, it sits on Facebook, and we've lost almost, it's a dying appreciation of the family
Absolutely.
portrait.
It's interesting, too, because one of the things we're doing at Moxie, too, is trying to blend analog and digital. And we actually have a different brand that we call Azulai Studio to that end with our pop art and other art projects.
That's really cool.
But the thing is, how often do you get a piece that you hold on to, right? Nowadays, it's very rare. But when you do, you notice it. Or if you see very interesting packaging and something strikes you and you stop. So we're trying to inculcate that back into branding. So we do have clients that have the vision and share that vision and have a budget and have the time to explore different manifestations. But I think there is a great place for analog, and I do see that there's going to be a resurgence of it again.
Well, it's like when the records came back out.
Yes. Yes.
You got off. Did when you actually have the
Yeah,
big?
my kids
right?
go, what is that?
What is
We
that?
just got a record player, actually.
Yeah.
And
It's the
listen,
best.
Well, they
And it
sell
will
it at
come
Urban
back.
Outfitters. They sell
Now they
vinyl
sell,
now.
They sell record players like $2,000 for a record player.
ours was like $60.
when in the day you used to get them for $60, but all of a sudden it's like a throwback.
My husband
Yes.
still has his from high school sitting in our garage, and he
That's the
actually tried to
best.
hook
Oh, it
it up
is
for my
time
son.
to bust that out.
Yes.
That's
It
the
is.
best.
Isn't that funny?
It is
He
the
still has
trend.
old stereo.
And at my son's wedding, when they got married a couple of weeks ago, they asked everybody in the wedding, everybody, all 200-300 people, to send in pictures of them at a earlier stage in life. Like they took mine when I was in the 7th grade.
Did you have hair?
Yeah, I had a lot of hair. I had a lot of hair. But it's funny because my brother, may he rest in peace, was missing. And they put a chair with his picture on it.
Wow.
And every table had a picture, and everybody's comparing notes, and everybody's looking
It's not the
at
best.
how we use. Man, I'm gonna tell you something. Pictures used correctly are just motivational. I mean, tremendously motivational. It
And
just
their
moves.
history. When my daughter was a year and a half, we came down to visit because my mother said I want to take a female generation picture. So it was my grandmother, my mother, me, and my daughter. So my daughter was 2, I was 25, 26, and in that picture I was pregnant with my son. And I thought, what would I ever do with it? You know what? Now it hangs on our wall. My daughter has it on hers. It's everywhere, and every time you look at it, you go, wow, it's so nice to have that. Of course, my sister's upset because she wasn't in it, and that's a whole nother family discussion. But the lineage of what it is, of all the women of that of the generations, and you
Right.
have it. It's an amazing concept
I
to
like
keep.
to say that I make hearts skip a beat and take breaths away
There you
every
go.
time you walk into a room because it. And I like to encourage my clients to order and print really like non-traditional and kind of funny things that the kids do because I want it when every time you walk into the family room, I
wanna
want you
smile.
to kind of chuckle like, oh
You
my
wanna
god.
smile.
I have a picture of me and my ex-wife and the 2 boys. And when Joe came over, that's his daughter, Michelle, and they put it in the room. So when he walked in, he looked at it. He kept staring at it. He says, "Is that my daughter?" I go, "Yeah." I mean, this was taken 30 years ago. Where I had Freddie
Did you
was
have big hair?
yeah,
You had big hair.
yeah. I had a
Wait,
mustache.
did you have a perm
I had,
in the 80s?
Yes, I did. How'd you know? I did.
Got that vibe.
I used to.
You
there
know
was a-
something? Me too. I knew it. I knew it. I
There was a
knew it.
catcher with the Mets. They called the kid. He was my idol, and he wore a perm, and that was
Did you
the
really
end
have a
thing.
perm?
I did. And I had a mustache. I had a mustache. I had a perm. I'm gonna tell you.
Well, I think you need to break out the pictures.
I'm going to tell you. Let's go find those pictures, Giovanni and Freddie Jr.
It is Throwback Thursday, right?
Throwback Thursday.
Hashtag TBT.
You
All
know,
right,
I
where's
should. I
our
should have.
IT boy? Where's our valedictorian IT guy right
I
now?
don't know,
Can we
Mr.
find a TBT?
I don't know what's. I have
you
a
and your
book of
dad?
old pictures. They gave them to me. My mother brought them in from Puerto Rico. Man, I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of history in them books.
All right, let's go to break and we'll be right back. Give us a call. 800-889-0267. We'll be right back.
From simple sprains to highly complex surgeries, the Orthopedic Center of Palm Beach County has been serving the South Florida community for over 65 years with the finest orthopedic and pediatric care. Our physicians are each experts in their field, providing a complete spectrum of musculoskeletal care from prevention and diagnosis to treatment and rehabilitation for every part of the body in both children and adults. Our doctors are able to perform the most advanced treatment options available, including PRP therapy, stem cell, arthroscopic surgery, and microsurgery. At the Orthopedic Center of Palm Beach County, we are dedicated to providing a comprehensive solution to get you back to your routine as quickly as possible, in the shortest period of time, with the least amount of inconvenience. With 3 beautiful new offices located in Lake Worth, Boynton Beach, and Wellington, we are able to provide much-needed care to families in the South Florida area. Give us a call at 561-967-6500. From our experienced physicians to the most advanced treatment options to our state-of-the-art facilities and excellent support staff, the Orthopedic Center of Palm Beach County is committed to providing you with the very best care. Call us at 561-967-6500 or find us at www.ocpbc.com.
Know your body, gain control of your health, transform your life. If your body could talk, what would it tell you? At DexaFit, they show you how to take control of your health and fitness to live a happier, more fulfilling life. Since 2011, DexaFit has measured thousands of clients' body composition and fitness performance levels across the country. Hormones, metabolic health, and cardio fitness all play a significant role in your energy levels, your sleep quality, and overall well-being. With their proven methods of measure, track, and discover, they show you how your body composition, cardio fitness, and metabolic health compare to your optimal level. They make sure you're continuing to make progress and follow the best nutrition and fitness plans for your body type. At DexaFit, the goal is to help you identify and understand the health and fitness of how to transform your body to meet your individual goals, break through your plateaus, and take the guesswork out. Improve your energy level, sleep, and weight. Discover what's holding you back. Call 561-923-8833. DexaFit is conveniently located at 2499 Glades Road in Boca Raton. For more information, contact them at boca@dexafit.com or schedule an appointment online at dexafit.com. Identify your health risks and optimize longevity and fitness. Call 561-923-8833 and mention this ad for special pricing. Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddie S. at the cafe, give them a call at 1-800-889-0267, toll free. Come on in or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. That's 1-800-889-0267. Let's reopen the cafe doors. Now back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back at the Brooklyn Cafe. We have Jenny, we have Courtney with us. And I just want to do another quick shout out to the Anti-Defamation League, to the big event we have on Saturday, March 4th at 7 o'clock p.m. at the BB&T Center when the Florida Panthers play the Dallas Stars. It is an event to support the initiative of No Place for Hate, anti-bullying. It has grown by leaps and bounds. They've opened up a section, a club section for anyone if they're looking for it. 328.
938, wasn't it?
328.
328?
You're a little dyslexic. There's not 9 levels in the BB&T Center.
Yes, there is.
9?
Is it 328?
328.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay.
However, you can go on to our Facebook page and you can find the link. And if you purchase the tickets through the link, you click on it, use the promo code ADL. Everyone gets a free chance to go at the end of the game to do a slap shot. Is that what it's called?
Yes. Do you know I've been practicing?
You have.
Yesterday. I
How'd
took
that
a
go?
can of soda. I took a mop, smacked the hell out of it. I'm going to tell you, I'm pretty good.
I'm going to tell you. So we're going to do that.
You're going to do that, yeah. Oh, we're doing that. I'm taking your picture. Tell Chuck to
When you
move
put my
over.
picture on the puck?
You take Chuck, tell Chuck to move over because he wants to take your picture. I want to do film of you slapping the puck.
We're going to do that.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Freddie, I wish I could live in your world because I would love to see an arena with 9 levels. That would be colossal.
I think they call that a coliseum, right?
Right? Yeah.
Coliseum has 12 levels.
But they have all different ticket prices from $20 up to $60. So you can go on, and it gives you your option. You can narrow in on your price point, but just come and support the event. Just since this event, they've raised over $4,500 in scholarship opportunities to get more kids and their families to the game. Some really, really gracious donors.
When is the date?
It is Saturday, March 4th. And other schools have come forward because they've heard about the initiative and they want to bring No Place for Hate and anti-bullying to their child's school. So it is growing.
No, I asked you to ask them, are we doing a pregame? You know, I know I get no answers. I get no answers.
Here's the thing. We take it one step at a time.
I need a pregame.
We needed to get the flyer. We needed to get the link. We
Well,
needed
then
to
it's
get
been
the
done.
sponsorships.
Look,
and now,
I even got a button.
I know you do. And
Right.
our banner's coming.
It's coming Friday.
Our banner, this production, will now be a No Place for Hate official banner.
What's today's date?
Today is
February 16th.
There you go.
So when am I going to find out about pregame?
We're going to contact them on our way. Actually, we're talking
I
to
have an
Amanda
idea.
today.
I'm going to tell you something.
You have an idea?
I have an idea because
Okay.
we are going to have the best tequila on the planet coming
They're coming next week, by
on the
the way.
23rd. Now, follow the bouncing ball here.
Yes.
So we have a pregame.
Uh-huh.
We're going to do some kind of tequila with them, some kind of something.
Okay.
Something for the kids, something for the adults.
One for you, one for me. My
And
mom
we're
calls
gonna-
it grandma juice.
That's right. We're going to have Grandma Vodka there handing it out.
There you go.
So we're going to have like a puck between 2 garbage cans like I did in the Bronx. And you get that, you get a drink.
You know what's funny? We have
Okay.
a box. We have a box at home. My husband says, "You think Freddie wants this so he can play hockey?"
Yes.
He goes,
Come on,
"Should
Doc."
we save the box for Freddie?" He says
Absolutely.
he can make knee pads out of it. He can make elbow pads. He says,
Boy, he
"Maybe
heard
Freddie
that,
would-"
huh? Hey, listen, I was growing up in the Bronx. I
That's
didn't
anything was
afford
in the
anything
box.
but cardboard boxes and a pillow. That's all it was. It's a true
that funny?
story.
So
Necessity is the mother of invention.
We used to play hockey on roller skates, and I was a goalie, so they had cardboard on me and a pillow.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Listen, I was the best goalie in the Bronx.
The cart we got for all our productions,
Yeah.
there's a big box because you think Freddie wants it.
Oh, we could use that. We
There
could put a
you
hole
go.
on it. Put a hole, right? Put it between two garbage cans, and if you could slap a puck in there,
There you go.
you win a drink, or you drink.
Repurposing the boxes. We
I'm
recycle in this
creating
community.
pregame.
We're creating pregame. Okay, let's do it.
Let's do that. Put a net behind the box. Doc, don't throw away the box. We'll put a net behind the box and go.
Hey, Frankie. He likes Freddie's idea. You're going to picture me on skates. I don't know about that.
Who's that, Frankie?
Frankie. Frankie, we're waiting for you to come back on. We've got tequila coming on next week, friend.
Hey, Frankie, come on down for this March 4th, and there's going to be tequila flying.
So it's going to be a great event. Jenny, I know you're going to be there. Courtney, you have a son. You should come on out as well.
I should totally come, and I think my calendar is clear on the 4th.
And it's a Saturday night. We thought it was a great night. It's not a school night. It's not a
perfect.
holiday. Everyone can come.
You got to bring about 100,000 business cards because I have an idea for that too.
I like it.
Do you know Slapshot, a guy taking a picture? It's the funniest thing in the world.
There you go.
I think it'd be great.
Do I get to get
Great.
on the ice?
Yes, everyone who buys the ticket through the link gets to go on the ice and do a slap shot.
Only in your drink. Yes.
Yes, everyone gets to go on the ice to do the slap shot. I'm assuming it's on the ice.
No, hold on a second. You have to buy the tickets through the link
Oh,
in
just-
order to be.
Of course.
Okay, but do they let you on the ice, really?
That's what I was told, and they're putting a carpet out so there was no slippage.
Slippage.
Wiping out.
Slippage.
Wiping out.
So
Do
many
you know,
jokes.
we once went, I'm such a Florida girl, that we went to Philly,
Yeah.
and my husband says, and I was young, he says, you need to wear the proper shoes. It's fall. And I went, okay, they're closed-toed flats. He says, you don't understand. We walk out of a bar, wipe out on the leaves. Picks me back up, go to take another step, out again. He said, do you not know what do I know? Leaves.
Are you a native?
Pretty much. I've been here since I'm 4, so
Okay.
who knows from wiping out on leaves and ice? You just don't do that
No,
here.
she's just clumsy.
That
Forget
too.
about that.
That too.
You know, if you take Dawn and you watch her walk in the parking lot out here in front of iHeart, there's a nut from the trees. She almost broke her ankles one day.
On the same one.
And so the next day we come back, and I was about to tell her, watch the nut, and she almost broke her ankles the second time. Finally, I told him, can somebody clean this place up?
They just fall off the
She's
trees.
just clumsy.
I slipped. Actually, a side story. We right after Christmas, we rented a cabin in Georgia, and it was cold and rainy, and I was going down to check on the hot tub, and I slipped on the wooden staircase and just ate it. Like my right butt cheek slammed against those last
Upper left or
two
right?
steps. Oh, and the bruise was about like, oh my God, this big, in the shape of the Star Wars resistance symbol.
Did you take a
And
picture of it?
Yes, I did. I will refrain from showing that. This one is not printed and hanging in my
Oh my
in my
gosh.
living room, but it was.
How'd you get all that detail?
It was.
It was a lot of steps.
It was super big.
Were you drinking?
No, not at that moment. I was
I
not.
would lie and tell people, yes, I was. 'Cause now we have to sort of
Who
escort her out of
knows
this
what's
building.
going to
Now
happen
you
at the
take
BB&T
the
Center.
Florida girl that doesn't know how to
walk on leaves.
walk
This one doesn't know
on
how to
cold,
walk.
wet
Forget about
surfaces.
leaves. Yeah, this one falls all over the place.
There you go.
Do you fall a lot?
Do I fall?
You
No,
used to
pretty
fall a
good.
lot.
Do you know my mom says, do you have any idea what it was like? She said, we tried so many activities for you.
Did you go to a lot of doctors and stuff?
No, it was just trying to get me to feel included because I was always bullied. And
No, I know,
had,
but
like,
you never got like fall and hurt yourself breaking an arm. You ever broke a bone?
What did they say? You can't say things like that. You'll jinx me.
I haven't either. Knock on wood.
Thank you. Yes. Or they go that poo-poo-poo thing.
Kanahara.
Yeah, all that stuff.
You can be like the Greeks. They
We're
spit
going
in
to
your hair.
convert you yet. See, there you go.
Ayan Ra.
So, Courtney, you don't only do business photos. You do family photos.
Yeah, that's really the main crux of my business. I have a portrait studio in downtown Hollywood, so I work really collaboratively with my clients to create and design that final piece of portrait art, whether it's just one framed piece or multiple frame pieces, or I mean, I print on wood or like really cool acrylic or
Wow.
canvas. Like it's so beyond what.
How long have you been doing this?
10 years. September will be 10 years. So this is my birthday year.
What's your phone number?
954-367-6821.
And you're in downtown Hollywood.
I'm
People
in
tell me
downtown.
Hollywood is booming.
Hollywood
Has boomed, I
It
should
is
say.
like
The
please
racetrack.
come and visit Hollywood. It is so amazingly cute, and you very seldom can find, especially in South Florida, these really cool, quaint downtown areas. And like in South Florida, with all these kind of like bedroom communities and cities like Cooper City and Davie and Plantation, they don't have this cool, historic downtown, and we have it. So please come to downtown Hollywood.
Doesn't she have like that girl next door look?
She does.
Doesn't she?
Thanks.
She
And
has like
she's
this
so
little girl next
talented,
door.
and her work is so beautiful. And
Thank you.
She looks like she's 12.
So can I share with you this really cool personal photography project that I'm in the middle of?
Absolutely.
All right. So along with a really good friend of mine, Daniela Roeder, we this is our third annual. We just did it on Saturday. We call it I Extra Love You, and it's in to go along with World Down Syndrome Day. So World Down Syndrome Day is always March 21st because they have for the extra chromosome, so 321.
oh,
And my girlfriend Daniela, her backstory is she has a younger brother with Down syndrome, so at a very young age, she's always been an advocate for people with Down syndromes and very involved in the community and bringing awareness. So 3 years ago, she came to me, we were good friends, and she goes, I've always wanted to do this photography project or like photograph people with Down syndrome because they're so beautiful and so extraordinary, and it's really cool. So I was like, all right, let's do it. So we coordinated it along with the Gold Coast Down Syndrome Association in cooperation with them to help spread the word. So in 2015, we had an open house day at the studio, and we had 25 people with individuals with Down syndrome come, and we did a portrait for them, and then it was displayed in March during Downtown Hollywood's Art Walk, third Saturday of the month. And so that was 2015, and we did it again in 2016, and we photographed 50 people with Down syndrome, and then we just held it again this Saturday, and we did 55 individuals with Down syndrome, and then it will be on display on Saturday, March 18th at Gallery 2014, so in Hollywood. So it's really a great way to bring awareness to people with Down syndrome and advocate for them, and that's
that's a beautiful story.
kind of like my
Yes.
little win going on right now.
So what can we do to help you
Thank you.
promote that?
I would love to have people just come. On that day, it's the March 18th is Downtown Hollywood's Art Walk. So all the businesses in the downtown are going to be hostessing artists with Down syndrome, or really kind of promoting and bringing awareness to that.
So everything is dedicated pretty much to Down syndrome on that particular
on
art
this
walk.
particular art walk, which
Wow.
is March 18th.
How
of
touching
this
is
year.
that?
Thanks. It's really
That's beautiful.
it's so cool because so many of these people have been involved since we started, 3 years ago, and now this is the third time I've seen them and seeing how they grow and what they're doing. And these are adults and children and all like
So many capabilities.
yes.
So many
And
capabilities.
the girls come in with this confidence that, dude, I wish I had, and makeup and this, and they love to have their, they're not the hang-ups that, we talk about wanting to be photographed. Oh, I don't want to have my picture taken. They're like, take my picture
There
because
you
I
go.
am fabulous and wonderful, and do it. And you're like, oh, man.
Pivot and prioritize. It's all about how you perceive things.
Yeah,
Right? And it's the
totally.
best.
I got a question. Let me ask you a question. Obviously you've done a lot of weddings and stuff like that. What is the funniest, without naming names and stuff, and they said, what was the funniest wedding pictures you ever had to take?
Oh, my God.
I mean, one that was like,
What are you, Dylan? That's a Dylan
No,
question.
there's nothing that's really like,
that's not a Dylan question, it's a me question.
He goes, remember when Dylan asked that question? I'm giving you time to answer, so don't worry.
okay.
Dylan asked
he goes, here, what is your best slap shot, funniest? And he left this guy kind of hanging.
No, I don't mean like that. I mean, you've done a lot of photography. I could tell you,
I'm just giving her time, that's all.
I could give you
come
the
up with an
funniest.
answer.
I could give you the funniest show that I've done at iHeart. One day, it was the second show. We were out, and the sound went out. Remember? You remember?
The sound didn't go out.
Well, something happened.
I didn't know what button to push.
Well, she was brand new. So
The
me,
magic of her fingers.
so Les and I, we left the set. Now we're on the air, and we left the set looking for somebody to come and
You
turn this
did.
button.
You left. And
I
you
left.
looked-
Les left too, but he came back.
You
I
looked
was
head-
at the other end of the building.
I thought for sure I am fired.
So the funniest thing was that we left some co-host woman here who has never been on the air before.
By yourself.
By
by
herself. She's like, and she starts rambling.
It's not as easy as it looks.
I was standing outside. I told Les, come out. Les comes out. We're watching her. What is she going to do
Oh my
next?
gosh, and you wonder why I was afraid to come on set.
That's so mean.
It wasn't me. It was so funny. But anyway, that was the funniest story. I got tons of those, but I just figured maybe you remember something that stands out in your business.
Well, not so much with shooting events, like weddings, but I had, and usually every mom or every parent be like, oh, my kids are so hard to photograph and blah, blah. I'm like, oh, please, it's my job. I got it. I got this. That's what you're paying me for. But I had this one client. It was the second time I'd actually shot this family. They were in town they live in New Jersey, so they were in town. Now they had 3 children instead of 2. They came. It was so great to see them. Got a couple great shots, and then for whatever reason, their middle boy decided that he was not going to cooperate anymore. He was dedicated and committed to his decision that he was done. He was never rude, but he just wasn't going to turn around. He wasn't going to look at me. He wasn't going to do this. He wasn't going to come over. And I tried, and I sat there, and I thought I was going to reason with him, and felt so close. But finally, after 30 minutes, I'm like, we just got to cut our losses here. Like, I'm not going to beg a 5-year-old. There's a certain point where I'm like, I'm not going to do this. Yeah. So that was like the one time where, but thank God, in the first 5 minutes, he cooperated enough, and then we got some great shots of him and his brothers.
And then she got some with the back of his head, and the parents are looking at it now.
Yeah,
laughing,
but I was
saying,
like,
remember when?
But at the same time, I was like really impressed that this kid had that kind of
commitment.
There was no bribing, there was no this, and like I said, he was never rude. He was
shut
just
down.
he was like, I'm done.
He shut down. I've done that.
Hey, Dawn, you see this camera that I have on you?
Yes.
When I first bought this camera, I didn't know that the button, when you record, it turns green and red. So we did a 2-hour shoot. I did a 2-hour shoot for a client. The camera was off. Oh, 2 hours.
So how did you spin that to your client? What did you say?
I called him and I says, my camera broke. We have to do it again. He says, what?
I've done that.
And he's listening right now, and he's like, I knew it,
No, fine. I coughed up the truth.
Well, it's like that one show we did that we were recording, and it never recorded.
Which one?
From Maggiano's?
No, it didn't
first one?
stream.
No, the first one didn't record either.
Okay.
Well, this back in the day, my parents and I went to Hawaii. I think I was about 10, the same age my son is now. And, this was the film era. And we had all these beautiful sunsets and rainbows and just wonderful moments. And we get home to discover my dad forgot to put film in the camera.
It happens.
That's happened to me.
Happens, right?
That's happened to me.
All this equipment that we do now is digital.
I was
Because
all
Giovanni
over San
figured out
Francisco.
how to convert it.
And right, but I'm saying
Those
now
Oh,
we
San
look and we
Francisco.
decide if we want to do a reshoot, right? You take the picture on your phone, and sometimes I carry with a nice camera as well, although those I don't review on the spot. But, you want to post those pictures, you want to see, you want to make sure you have stuff. Nice lens, lady.
I know, right? That's some lens. My mouth is watering.
Is that a lens in your pocket, or are you?
Right?
Yeah,
Nice,
exactly.
right?
But it's just interesting. It's like,
This
do you
chick is
remember
alright.
that? Do you remember taking pictures and having to wait? Like, I remember backpacking through Europe and having to wait weeks.
How about you had to wind up the camera, unwind it, get all the
Yes.
film at the other end?
Yes, and I had to wait weeks to see, what came out, what didn't, and...
What about you go home and in your bag is the chihuahua that belongs to the client?
Oh,
That's
no,
happened to
I
you?
can't say that's
Sleeping in the
happened to
bag.
me.
Take dogs with you everywhere you go?
You know how I always put bags on the floor?
Was
You've
the
seen
dog in
it.
your bag?
Dog was in the
Get out of here.
It's a true story.
It's a true story. Of
True
course it is.
True story, of course.
Only
I
you,
said,
Freddie.
holy
Only you.
smoke.
I do shoot film for all my vacation stuff and personal stuff, so I still do.
You must be a lot of fun because you walk around with a camera all the time, don't you?
Actually, I just kind of brought this for show today.
Did you?
Yeah.
But can you imagine hanging out with her? We go to dinner
I'm
and
all
she has
about
a
film.
camera and boom, boom,
I'm
boom.
all about film. I'm all about the lomography cameras. And
I haven't really gotten into that, but we took my kids on a cruise this summer, and I went and I bought disposable cameras. So all the
Nice.
kids
Waterproof.
got their, not even waterproof, 2 disposable, and I have an old Canon, and I just shoot 35 millimeter. But then if I shoot digital on a vacation and you come home with
it's not the same.
it's work.
Yeah,
and
it
I don't
is.
want to sit and work. I want to just get these. And then it's special, you have your 5 rolls, you have 150 shots, and that's it. And
You have
get
to make
them.
it special.
You have, and they are special, even if they're crap. They're
Right.
still
I got you.
it's that one
Your kids, and the ones that your kids take are very special.
Yes.
Well, you captured that
My son hates
shot.
that I love taking pictures. I don't know about how your kids
Oh, I
feel
hate
about it,
that.
but I constantly want to take pictures because for me it's the moment. It's not always having the posed shot, but
Right,
again, like
right.
capturing that moment.
I know the shows go really fast.
But you know what? I really was. So this year was the first, or 2016 was like the first year in 6 years I didn't send out a holiday card. And I send out hundreds of holiday cards as the nature of my business, the clients. And I always wait till the last minute. And I look back on my old holiday cards, and they're usually really casual of my kids, just being them. But this year I put so much pressure on myself. And I sent them to school that day. And I went, when you come home from school, you're going to get dressed, you're going to whip these clothes on like I want you to, you're going to do your hair, you're just going to do it. And they were like, okay. They came home. They totally cooperated. They got dressed until we walked out the door. And I just want to do it in the street. But once we got out into the street, they were so uncooperative. I was so angry. But my point to this is, and so I waited the
You should
last
have her own
minute.
show.
I didn't send out.
You need your own show. You're very animated.
Thanks.
You have very good.
You know, you're the fourth person since I've met her that said that, right?
Sweet.
It's true.
And now I feel she just gave us the 3 minutes left sign, and
Now
now
we've
I'm
got
like,
to.
I'm relaxed. I'm like,
There
all right,
you
let's
go.
do
Now
another
she's on
hour.
a roll.
Where can everyone find you? What's your phone number, your address?
So you can find me Courtney Studios, CourtneyStudios.com. I'm located in downtown Hollywood. My number is 954-367-6821. But my quick ending of that story was the pictures were great, and I put so much pressure, and I should have just sent it out, and I didn't. So I'm
Just
like,
gotta do it.
I just got to do
Just
it. I
gotta
was
do
so
it.
like mad at myself. That
Jenny, where can
I didn't
everyone
do
find
it.
you?
They can find me at Moxie, Moxie, B, the number 2, the letter B.com, or you can call us at 888-311-7117.
Wow. Thank
Listen,
you.
I just saw Ken Harris. I'm not leaving.
Thank you, Jenny. Thank you, Courtney.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Harold. Special
Don't
thank you to
ignore
our
me. I'm not
sponsors,
leaving.
Dexafit, the gold standard in body composition and metabolic analysis, 561-923-8833. Give Heather a call. She will be here tomorrow for Fitness Friday.
Yes.
And to Orthopedic Center of Palm Beach County, ocpbc.com, 561-967-6500, physical medicine and rehab, and all your operative and non-operative orthopedic needs.
And don't miss tomorrow's show because we have adventures. Is that coming?
We have epic adventures, therapy adventures.
Wait till you hear about this.
It is time to wrap it up. Put your lunch away. Have a TBT
I'm
Thursday.
not going.
We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place.
You're not listening.
Be kind to one another, and it's another day of love.
What's going to happen? They're going to call a cop?
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. And even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day, Monday through Friday at 12 noon. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more goodwill next time. Although today's show was live, you can follow the cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe to rewatch every minute of the show. Call 866-224-5422 to talk with Dawn and Freddie S. after closing, or to leave an order for fun for tomorrow. Have a meaningful day.